teaches, we must begin with its three foundational pillars, principles that have stood the test of millennia, guiding minds through darkness into the light of reason. 1. Discern what you can control and what you cannot. Some things are up to us, some things are not. Epictetus, this is not just a phrase. It is the very heartbeat of Stoic practice. A Stoic doesn't waste their breath trying to bend the world to their will. They direct their energy inward, mastering the only domain truly theirs, their own mind, their own actions, their own character. You cannot control what others think of you. You cannot dictate the words that come from their mouths, nor the thoughts that churn in their minds, but you can choose how you interpret those words. You can choose your response. You cannot control the weather, the rain, the storm, the scorching sun, but you can choose to carry an umbrella, to find shelter, or to simply dance in the rain without resentment. What is Stoicism? Understand it in 5 minutes, but remember it for a lifetime introduction. A question that echoes in us all. Have you ever paused to ask yourself, ... in this whirlwind of a world where chaos seems to be the only constant, how do we remain still inside? How can we stand our ground when anxiety gnaws at us, disappointment shadows us, and fear lurks just around the corner? We live in a time where silence is rare. The noise of social media never sleeps. The expectations of society weigh on us like invisible chains, and sometimes even the harshest judgments don't come from others. They come from within ourselves. We become both judge and prisoner in our own mind. In moments like these, have you ever wished there was a quiet sanctuary inside you? A place untouched by noise, by opinions, by the frantic pulse of the outside world. A place where clarity reigns, and you can finally breathe deeply, fully, freely. I know I did. I searched for that place, sometimes desperately, often without a map. But when the answer came, it wasn't loud. It didn't arrive as a grand revelation or a triumphant breakthrough. It arrived like a whisper, gentle, steady, patient, double quotes, control what you can, let go of what you cannot. That whisper was Stoicism. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions. It's about mastering them. Whenever people hear the word Stoicism, an image often springs to mind, a stern face, void of feeling, cold eyes that betray no hint of emotion, a person immune to the waves of love, joy, grief, or anger. But let me tell you, this image is misleading. It's a shadow of the truth. Stoicism is not a philosophy of suppression. It is the art of engagement without enslavement. It doesn't ask you to kill your feelings. It asks you to understand them, to see them fully, yet not be ruled by them. Imagine a mighty mountain standing resolute amidst a furious storm. The winds howl, the rain lashes, thunder crashes, but the mountain does not tremble or rage back. It simply remains solid, steady, still. That is the Stoic ideal. You will still love, you will grieve, you will feel the sting of betrayal and the warmth of joy, but you will not lose yourself in these waves. You will learn to observe them, to understand what is real and lasting, and what is merely a fleeting shadow passing through your sky. Stoic doesn't just react, they respond with clarity, with thoughtfulness, with strength. The 3 pillars of Stoicism to truly grasp what Stoicism in today's world, flooded with uncertainties and endless variables. This principle acts as a shield, protecting our peace, preserving our strength to live in accordance with reason, virtue, and nature. The Stoics believed that within each of us burns a spark, of reason, it is what separates us from mere instinct. To live wisely, then, is to live according to that reason, and by extension, according to virtue. What is virtue? To the Stoic, it is honesty, justice, compassion, and courage. It is the art of choosing what is right over what is easy, what is just over what is convenient. Living according to nature means more than hugging trees or meditating by a river. Though those have their place, it means not resisting reality. It means understanding the flow of life and moving with it, rather than waging war against it. If someone insults you, the first spark of instinct might ignite anger, the desire for revenge, but reason, your inner compass, gently holds you back. It helps you see that perhaps this person speaks from pain, ignorance, or frustration, and in that pause, you gain freedom. Freedom to forgive, freedom to stay silent, or simply freedom to walk away with your peace intact. Living with reason may be challenging, but it is the kind of challenge that forges character, making you not just a better person, but a stronger, freer one. 3. Practice every day without end. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor of Rome, the most powerful man of his time. Each night he sat down with his thoughts. With pen in hand, he wrote, not for glory, not for history, but for himself, to reflect, to correct, to remember. Stoicism isn't a book you read once. It's a daily practice, a lifelong discipline. Journaling your thoughts, reflecting on your actions, observing yourself without judgment, refining your character. Piece by piece, there is no final destination, no certificate of completion. But with each passing day, you stand firmer, you see clearer, you become, slowly but surely, someone you deeply respect. My personal journey, why I chose Stoicism. I wasn't born Stoic. In fact, I was the opposite. Every word, every glance from others seemed to cut deeper than it should. I lived in a constant state of tension, trying to control the uncontrollable. The perceptions, the actions, the opinions of everyone around me. It was exhausting, and every attempt to seize control only tangled me deeper in frustration. Then I stumbled upon this line from Epictetus: "You are disturbed not by events, but by your interpretation of them." I remember reading that and feeling as if a window had opened inside me. I sat with that sentence for a long time, letting it seep into me, and I realized, maybe I can't change what happens to me, but I can absolutely change how I see it. Not by running away from pain, not by pretending I don't feel, but by transforming the relationship I have with my own experiences. Since that day, Stoicism has been my daily companion, not as an academic pursuit, but as a living guide, teaching me to be gentler with myself, calmer in crisis, and truer in my actions. Common misconceptions about Stoicism. Let me clarify a few things, because many misunderstand what it means to live Stoic. Stoics are cold and unfeeling. Not at all. Stoics feel deeply, but they are not owned by their feelings. They live with emotional wisdom, not emotional avoidance. Stoicism is just about enduring pain in silence. Incorrect. Stoicism is not passive resignation. It teaches us to act with courage when change is possible, and to release what cannot be altered gracefully. Stoicism is an outdated, irrelevant philosophy. Absolutely wrong. Stoic principles underpin modern therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, today. Athletes, CEOs, artists, and thinkers rediscover Stoicism as a toolkit for resilience, clarity, and leadership. Let's be clear, Stoicism won't promise you that you'll always succeed. you'll never feel pain again. You'll find eternal happiness. What it offers is more profound. You can remain calm, strong, and wise, even when the world around you is not. And perhaps that is what we need most in this age of speed, noise, and shallow distractions. A mind that listens not to the crowd, but to its own quiet truth. A heart that holds steady, even as the winds howl. A life that might not dazzle, but is sincere, grounded, meaningful. Conclusion, an invitation to begin. You're still here, listening, reflecting. Then maybe Stoicism has already begun to speak to something in you. You don't have to shave your head, wear robes, or live like a Greek philosopher. You don't have to give up modern life, but you do deserve a mind that is clear, a soul that is free, a heart that is resilient. In the next video, we'll dive deeper into the 3 most powerful Stoic principles, wisdom that has crossed centuries to find us here today. Stoic Penglai, learn to live deeply, live truthfully, live awake.